Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where we have arrived here at Parth Rest in Wester King's Gondor, where apparently the people here wish us to do a few things for them. In other words, a typical day with Pineleaf.
As you can see, I am overseeing the efforts in rebuilding Doran Airneil. We are making significant progress, and the supplies you brought with you are most welcome.
Well, that's good to hear. I take it the lingering corsairs encamped in Tungabel have been dealt with? Yep. The deed is done then. If you have a moment to aid the camp, please speak with Aras. He'll be happy to see you again. Alright, I'm sure anyone who needs my help is going to be happy to see me again. Ooh, how about this person? This is not Aras, but he is Crebain.
These are troublesome times indeed.
The workers are constantly pestered by the local fauna, which means a lot of our supplies are sometimes left scattered about. The war has left us wanting for able-bodied workers, especially ones with stronger convictions. Whether it be the distraction of an adorable creature or fear of a larger predator, our workers just drop their quarry and run off into the horizon. We make do, I suppose. Could you find any of the scattered lumber left by our distracted workers and place the pieces into a pile next to me? Alright, I suppose I can do that. Oh. Be like this. Well, that one was a little bit close for you to need my help in finding it. But it did say scattered all about. At least it wasn't scattered all about the countryside. They're at least near camp, which is better than some. I guess that's how come he knows that they're dropping them and scattering. Hello there.
Yes?
Megavonden. Recently, the lumber supply from Ethring has ceased. This has put a strain in our supplies for the rebuilding of Baradril, but nature provides. The rivers that run from the Ringlow Vale have salvageable driftwood. Could you see if you can find anything worth keeping? Alright, I'll see if I can find any useful wood that came down there. I suppose if it's rotted and soggy and all of that stuff, you're not interested in it. Ooh, what does he need?
I hope you've been well. My work in Parth Rest involves relocating refugees and those who have lost their homes.
The lands of Langboha make for a good home, but it has been overrun by wild crabs. If you could clear out the way, homes could be rebuilt and inhabitants resettled. Unless you happen to be a crab, I guess. I'm not too sure the crabs will be happy about that. Oh well. Hello there.
How may I help you, friend?
The workers are being pestered by Crebain. Defeat the Crebain and the ravens around Parth Rest. Should things continue as they are, we will never complete our task here. You're not going to keep the birds out, you know that. They'll just fly in. I'm telling you. It's very hard to keep out something that can fly. Alright. Oh, now they're getting scattered out of camp. Well, only a couple more. I guess this is the pile he wants me to make. There you go.
How may I help you, friend?
Thank you for your help. Everyone's contributing to the restoration is highly valuable, no matter how trivial the task. Thanks a lot. Woo-wee! 141. I guess that means it's time for me to start looking into my equipment. I reforged my weapon, and I did manage to find a heraldry of the sparrow that is sitting in my shared vault. I presume that was not useful to another one of my characters. So I at least have a beginning on getting my legendary item upgraded, but I think that's going to take a long time. Meanwhile, I am heading towards the river where I am hoping to find some driftwood and maybe spying a Crebain or two so that we can at least take that portion of the quest. There you go. Now with one of those down, we could head back to the blackbirds defeated. Well, I would think that blackbirds and Crebain will be two completely different types of birds. There's actually a scene in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds where someone points that out. Someone says, well, what's the difference between a crow and a blackbird? And she then starts, an ornithologist, and starts spouting out the different species names involved. Alright, now, let's see if I can find driftwood. Actually, I can see some drifting into my sight. Ouch. Well, that was a little bit higher than I thought. Let's pick this up before my foot drifts off of my ankle. And just a few more to go. The last few pieces were beyond the mouth of the river and into the bay. So now, I guess we'll just head to the lighthouse because I can see that nice and clearly. Though probably difficult to see at night, at least until they finish repairs and actually got the beacon back in place. Well, I hope that's no longer filled with Uruks and the like, though considering that we've got Gondorian flags, it looks like, up there.
I never thought to see such happy days as these.
I'm good to hear. Now, let's see if there's anything here. I should at least report in. Right, I was supposed to travel to the lighthouse in there in King's Gondor. Right. I would presume I'm supposed to talk to somebody over here. Oh, he's standing outside. Hello, Carbar. Yeah, I know. It's not good.
It is much worse than I expected.
What manner of devilry did the Corsairs of Umbar harness to knock down such a structure as the Grand Lighthouse? But more than that, how could they bring themselves to do it? I didn't bring much of my artwork with me when I left for Minas Tirith to join the service of the city as a scribe, but I did bring one piece, a sketch I made of this lighthouse when I was just a boy. Here, you can see it if you like. Alright. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. It looks much better in the picture. Now, if you could do that in oils... Well, alright, well, it'd be hard to now until after they rebuild it.
Ah, thank you. The sketch is painful now, but I will keep it close.
I will keep it as a reminder of what the enemies of Gondor will not hesitate to take from us. It lifts my spirits to see the construction effort, but I wish it were not necessary. As we make our way north through Dor Thernil to my hometown in Ethring, let us face whatever foes we encounter with courage and strength for the king and for Gondor. Defeat enemies of Gondor in Dor and Ernil or the Ringlow Vale Well, I'm sure I'll be doing plenty of that before I get there. Because I got quests to do. Hello there. Any work needing done here?
How may I help you, friend?
The crabs bother the workers and get in the way of our efforts to rebuild the people's homes across Dorant Ernil. While we can waste away swinging sword and spear at these creatures endlessly, we need a deterrent and perhaps a way to potentially harvest them. But at least my new traps should be able to keep them at bay. We want traps. I need to set up crab traps along the shore. Alright. Not in the water? You don't want... Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, I guess he doesn't mind if they're in the water. Hello there.
Gondor needs your aid.
Oh, what a mess! Ever since the workers were scared off by the hauntings of Garlond, their tools have been left scattered all about. This has put a severe strain on our work schedule. Could you perhaps take an account of the workers' tools left abandoned in Baradril? Should the workers return, we will need all the tools that we can get. Hopefully, none of them are lost. Right. Well, I suppose I could do that. Let's see. Oh, here's one right over here. Okay. Do I note their exact location? Or do I note some sort of mark on them? Says this belongs to worker A, this belongs to worker B, this belongs to worker C, etc. I don't know if this being next to the wagon is good or bad. It's nice and close to the supply area, but if they tried moving the wagon with it there, it could create problems.
Gondor needs your aid.
That takes care of that. Now I can free all of this clutter. Hopefully, the workers return yet to see work to the lighthouse completed. Yes, I'm sure every mariner in the area wants to see that lighthouse completed. Now, what does the person up here wish to see? Hello?
These are troublesome times indeed.
Well met. I knew we'd meet again. I tracked a band of orcs from Tumladen. The trails have led me here. Inside Garlond, a lone orc has taken up shelter. They most likely plan to flee to Ringlow Vale. The Dark Waters haunting Garlond act as a natural barrier between them and those who would pursue. Lure 'em using the bell. This orc is particularly fond of it. Just ring the bell and orc will come out and I could battle. Alright, fine. Well, there are turtles in the area. I don't see any crabs though. But this is where he wants the traps. This is where I'll put the traps. Though, maybe I should also put some where the crabs are actually located. I mean, it might prove useful in that case. Now, where is that? Oh, alright, we're getting near that village, so let's go and see if we could find that orc. Sort of ring a bell? There are also some spirits here. Bernalog's armor. Crota has given you a bell to ring here. Besides Bernalog's armor, the sound seems to excite the particular orc. Maybe it sounds like his armor. Oh, there he is. How did he get there? No, Nat. I guess while my back was turned, a boat came in and dropped off the orc. What talent he's got? Orc Slayer in Western King's Gondor. Well, there'll be plenty more of those. Now, since I have 4 more of these traps to place, I think I will place them in an area where one may actually find a crab. Well, this looks like a nice place. I haven't seen any real crabs yet. You have discovered Langboha. Well, I don't know. Maybe the rumor of their crabs being in the area has been greatly exaggerated. Nope. I see absolutely no arthropods in the area. Okay. A sandfly swarm. Alright, no crustaceans in the area. Oh, that's right. The traps are to keep the crabs from coming on the shore and coming up higher up here. That's right. The crabs, for some reason... Did the crabs do this? No. No, I will assume that this mess was made by either the Corsairs, or the Haradrim, or the Orcs. That the crabs came up here to scavenge things, and that they're being annoying as a result of that. Probably a little bit out of their natural area, and just found a feast up here. Well now, let's see. Brine-touched claws and salty goo. Really? Now what would be nice is to get some crab legs. Oh. Actually, I did get some crab legs. Alright. Good. Does that mean I should be able to start new cooking recipe, right? Oh. Yes, that's something I had thought about. New cooking recipe. Oh. Really? I'm trying to... I probably thought I said I'm looking for a recipe for working with crab legs, and I thought, okay, we need to get rid of this hobbit. Alright, here we go. There's the cooked food. Seasoned fish platter. A pair of fish fillets and crab leg. Smoked vegetable stock. I think I just... Do I make that, or do I... Nope, yeah, I make that. Umbar vegetables. So I need to do some farming for that. Buy some vegetable oil and some bag of salt. So, yeah. And with another one of my characters sending me all the crab legs they find, I should make plenty of the stuff. Well, after I do some fishing. Alright. Not a standard crab then if they got a queen. Well, I guess their love of coming out this deep in the land in order to scavenge supplies was a hint that they're not a standard set of crabs. Alright, now, well, certainly got the enemies part of this pretty much done. How are we doing now on the crab? Oh, I need 4 more of these things. I'm going to really be lacerated by the time this is over. Now that I'm done with the crabbing exercise, let's deliver some quests. Hello there.
Gondor needs your aid.
Thank you. Now we can teach those crabs what for. Perhaps we'll see their numbers dwindle in Dor and Ernil. I do remain optimistic. Alright, well, as I said, Finding a way to harvest them might be useful. Actually, he even might have said that. Ah,
How may I help you, friend?
it never fails. I don't know what it is with some orcs and these bells, but it gets the job done. We can rest easy now that the last of the warband is finished. Well, it can't be the last of the orc, otherwise there wouldn't have been a deed for them, right? Now, what's left? Oh yes, birds. As much trouble it was to find 10 of these things, I think that the peskiness of the Crebain has been exaggerated a bit. Well, there are enough here now to deliver my successful completion. I've dealt with the birds.
These are troublesome times indeed.
We must not grow complacent in our efforts to ensure this camp remains unhindered in its work. The fewer those things out there, the better. Yeah? I don't know, I think... If anyone gives me a quest to kill passenger pigeons, I'm out of it. Hello there.
Ah, your efforts will have significant impact on our ability to relocate the inhabitants of Doran Airneil and those displaced.
You should tell Harrion of our success in claiming Langboha for the rest. Alright. I was about to ask for the rest of what, but I presume he means for Parthrest. He at Parthrest claimed this area.
It is good to hear that your work at Longboha was a success. Our ability to provide a renewed hope and spirit to those affected by the war will surely take a turn for the better.
You know, I think it's time that you spoke with Garvir. Garvir
is taken to overseeing the rebuilding efforts of Barad Ril. He will be eager to see a friendly face.
Well, actually, you might have already seen my face, but we'll see what else I can do at the lighthouse in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.